And, you know, I don't know. I'm not good at listing names off. I do listen to a lot of good music, though, and I'm always welcome to anything new. I've been breaking out of my shell and listening to all that crap that's out there right now just to try to see why does everyone like it. There's a couple artists out there right now that are not too bad, but I don't know their names.
I'm a stranger, yeah, I just float in your town. I'm a stranger, yeah, I just float in your town. Just because I'm a stranger, the people wanna dog me down.
I'm Liberty, and I'm originally from Portland, Oregon, but I've lived in Philly now for 16 years. I am a hairdresser. I've been doing hair for 20 years now. And I also do a lot of other things besides just hair. I do a lot of color. I really love doing color. I do a lot of cuts. I do a lot of basic stuff. Most of the things that I do are more giving women a style they can work with every day instead of trying to make it more difficult for them. I try to make it a little more easier. God, I've been doing this for a long time. I got into this really young because I had a baby really young and I needed to start a career to make sure that I could take care of her. So that's how I got into it, and I just realized that I just really love it. I love the art part of it. I love that I can be able to create anything. I love making people happy, a lot of people happy, because I just try to help them, you know, feel the best they can. Music and my career. That's an interesting thing to think about, because it definitely plays a huge part in my business. You listen to music all day long. In my shop, I make sure that there is constantly music videos, because no one really watches those anymore. That's such an interesting thought. I don't think I've really ever sat there and said, this music makes me want to do my job. Well, that's not true. There's music that I've listened to that makes me want to dance while I'm working. That's for sure. Let me scratch what I just said. For sure, there's music that I used to really, really hate house music because I'm just old school hip hop all the way. And I was only hip hop for a long time. And so when I started branching out and listening to other things, I really started liking house music. And house music, when you're cutting hair, is actually pretty fun because it's a nice beat and you have a nice rhythm. You can keep going. But then I have to go back and listen to, you know, all my other stuff. But I don't really think that there's too much as far as doing hair and listening to music. Now, painting. I like painting a lot, and I definitely like listening to music when I paint. I did a painting recently, and I put on the Basement Jaxx station on Pandora and just fucking rocked it out for a couple hours, which was rad. I, will always listen to the Root station because every single thing on there is awesome. And, I don't know. I'm not good at listing names off. I do listen to a lot of good music, though, and I'm always welcome to anything new. I've been breaking out of my shell and listening to all that crap that's out there right now just to try to see why does everyone like it. There's a couple artists out there right now that are not too bad, but I don't know their names. I got too many other things to think about than the names of the music that I like. I think the funniest thing about this thing is that you have to remember names. It's so hard for me to remember names of things because I've got too many other things in my head. I love all that is horror and thriller and mystery and scary. I love it all. I find like horror movies, like really good ones, like The Conjuring, or I like both of those ones that just came out. But even the old ones, Really funny. I find that shit hilarious. Like all the demons and nuns and flying puke and shit. That's just so funny to me. I love gore. The Eyes on the Hills. Hills Have Eyes. 1 and 2. Those things were fucking crazy, and I really like that. But funny crazy. I don't know. It really takes a lot to scare me. But I like all that shit. All that alien. Oh, I just watched time travel ones. I just watched a movie called The Ark. ARQ. That was pretty fucking dope. Because it had like time travel stuff that went along with it. I'm a sucker for that shit. Actually, The Time Machine is a really good movie. It came out in 2007 or something. I think it's Guy Pearce that's in it. But I really liked that movie because the way they filmed it, you could see he built a time machine in like the 20s or something, and then he gets in it and all of his environment like gets created and built up and broken down, and you get to see it in the movie, and it was a really cool scene. But I literally watch everything. I don't think there's a movie I've never seen. Honestly, it's a hobby of always watching movies when I'm doing things. Because you are my Snapchat follower, and 99% of my snaps are my dogs doing dog things. There are my babies. The gray one is 92 pounds, and her name is Justice. Sometimes people will call me Justice and her Liberty because people are idiots. And then the other small one, she's 42 pounds. Her name is Cletus. She lost a bet, so her name is Cletus. They are my babies. They come to work with me every day. I have them very, very well trained. They'll get, like, Justice will get a little barky when she gets excited, but they are not allowed to jump or move, actually, when people walk in. I don't go anywhere without them, really, and I can't stay away from them longer than 4 hours. I don't know. They're just good dogs. They're with me all the time. I really would like to do a photo shoot with this really cool dude that I met that has like this really neat style that's kind of like gritty and like cool. Like, it'd be kind of nice for me, like standing. I have an outfit planned in my head and my hair already done. My makeup, who cares? Because it's going to be black and white. And then the two dogs standing next to me, like against brick. Let's just go old school pimp style with the pit bulls, like brick background. Ooh, if we had like graffiti, but the graffiti could be maybe a pop of color in the black and white. It would be kind of dope. Picture with two pit bulls and me. Like, that'd be awesome. So I have to like talk to that dude about that. There is unbelievably amount of artists that I would want to do something with. I think, though, if I could ever be like an apprentice to someone, or just like even a fucking fly on their shoulder for their lifetime, would be Michael fucking Angelo. That dude did everything. That dude was insane. He, to me, is like the epitome of pure sane artist. That's why I've said many times before that you're not really a true artist unless you're not a little batshit crazy. That dude did everything. He was open-minded to everything. And just to be able to like ghost him and see how he did some of the shit that he fucking did would be pretty rad. But I would have to be a man. I couldn't be a woman. And I guess I would rather be like a ghost on his shoulder watching everything he does. Because he really is very inspiring. Just the shit that he's done is just so amazing to me. Inspiration, it's so fun. Actually, I was just thinking about this the other day. I wonder what information I could have stacked in my head if I had all this social media 20 fucking years ago when I was starting my career. Like 20 years ago, like, you didn't have all that shit. I don't even think I had a cell phone 20 years ago. We didn't have access to all these amazing freaking artists that are out there now. Now let's just sit there on Instagram all day long and just drool, like just sweat these people so hard because I'm just so like, I want to watch you do that. It's just so amazing. So like nowadays, I mean, there's so many people. There's this dude in California. I don't know what his name is, but I think it's like Hair God somebody. I'm Instagram. Oh my God, his work is just so fucking rad. And it's just rad to see these people that have constant clients to do those rad things on. In Philly, and then what I do on a day-to-day basis, every once in a while I'll get a rad client, like, you know, Tim Marie or whatever, that lets me do whatever. But some of these other places, like, you know, that dude's a hairdresser in LA. Like, of course, he has all these mad people, like, that want all these crazy colors because it's the, you know, hot shit to do right now. But I never really had anyone before social media that I was like, oh, well, since I've opened my own salon, I'll tell you what, I do really like to model my salon atmosphere a way like Vidal Sassoon. You heard that name before? When he had his salon, there was absolutely no talking allowed. You were not allowed to fucking talk. You're allowed to work. And I really, really like that. I admire that. I don't like that. I love talking, obviously. I like talking. It's a fun hobby. But sometimes when I'm working, I don't want to talk. And sometimes I have clients that are totally cool with that. And sometimes I've lost clients because I just didn't feel like fucking talking to them that day. So Vidal Sassoon, I've always liked that, his type of stuff as far as hair goes, like how he has his ship operated. Wow. What is there, a jiu-jitsu place upstairs? Is there really a karate place? Is there a karate place? It sounds like some...
It's a chiropractor.
Oh shit, that's a chiropractor making that noise? Sign me up!
Testing. 1, 2, 3. Everybody hit subscribe and just follow me. I'm going to take you somewhere that you've never seen, the type of place that you visit and you don't want to leave. Now, since the plan is to make a plan that'll set your life free, is what I'm going to help you do if you follow me. Now, just follow me. Follow me. A little too much, ain't it?
I learned maybe a couple years ago what my true beliefs are about this crazy world that we live in. And basically, I believe everything is a lie. Every single thing that you want to believe in, there's some sort of mistruth with it. I mean, everything. There's an argument that goes against everything. Like people that believe in God, there's a million arguments that say that he doesn't exist. People believe in certain science things, and then you got 1,000 other people on the side that have a bunch of legitimate things saying that doesn't exist. So there's just a lot of things that I feel like if truth is real, it should be consistent and you don't have a bunch of what ifs with truth. Like if I really love you, there isn't a bunch of what ifs that go with that. It's the truth. There isn't 1,000 things that go with it. You can't have a bunch of rebuttals with it. So I feel like that in every single thing that I've searched in all different types of religions and philosophies and what people believe in, I just really realized that everything is kind of a lie and no one will really know the truth. So you just have to be true to yourself. And life is too fucking short to just not be happy with everything. You never done that with anyone else before? Oh, that's funny. All right, so this one, Bookends, Simon and Garfunkel. I grew up in a very, very, very strict household. Everything had to be Jesus. Everything. But for some reason, because I had a record player and anything, like, I grew up like in the 80s, 90s. So all that music then was devil music. But for some reason, according to my dad, anything that was older wasn't devil music. So here, this album right here, I had, and I have listened to this album probably about 1,570 times. I know every song in here, and I will not sing any of them. But this is funny because, you know, when you're a kid, you take you have your records out and then you hang them on your wall. And I used to take thumbtacks and then hang it in my wall right there. And I had them on my wall for years. I don't even know what happened with that. Same with this one. I know every single song on this album. I know I will not sing any of them. This is good music right here. Really good music. Kind of want to listen to it right now. I'll listen to it when I get home. But this is another album that I really liked. For some reason, it was not devil music though, because it was older. It wasn't 80s music. Anything new was from the devil. This wasn't though. There's your 2 records. You should flash up a picture of the makeup I did on Saturday night while I'm talking about it. Just saying, just thoughts popped in my head right now. No, well, Saturday, I'm really broke right now in my life. So Saturday, I decided I really, really love doing gore makeup. So Saturday, I got my lovely Espolòn tequila and made a couple drinks and whipped up some fantastic latex with some other little special things. It made a really cool face. There's some things I wish I would have done better with it, but whatever, I'll do it next time. I'm thinking of another plan. I love doing things that make you want to throw up or really eat your soul. So I've done a lot of clowns stuff. I did a clown one year for Halloween, and I dressed up as a child eating clown. I wore like a super neo-Nazi outfit with like boots, suspenders, like a flannel thermal thing. I did my hair all crazy. And then my makeup, I made myself covered in blood. I made a mask to go over my face. I did not talk to anyone, and I was just covered in blood. Oh, I made a bunch of flesh pieces and put it all over me because they were the children that I ate. And I bought a big, huge gallon of blood, and literally all day long, I just kept dumping blood all over me. It was fucking fantastic. So I live on 13th Street, and 13th Street around traffic time is pretty busy. So there's a light right there where I'm at. So I moved on out, still light time, and put a stool outside. I have a picture of that clown too. I did not talk. I had a horn, and I had a flower that when you pushed it, it squirt things on you. So as people were sitting at the light, I would honk the horn at them and get their attention. And then when they look at me, I would blow kisses at them, all bloody and gross. I didn't say a goddamn word to anyone. I saw a couple of people that I knew walking home from work. Mind you, I'm prime time on 13th Street over by Passyunk, so it's like prime time. Everyone's out. I saw my one friend walking home from work, so I start running towards her in full clown makeup. She pretty much shit her pants, started screaming, and started running home. I had to scream at her, it's just me, and I came back. I really wanted to go out that night, but I was a little scared someone would punch me in the face. I sat there and passed out candy to all these kids, and this one child was looking at me in pure, utter terror. It just brought me so much delight. And the dad is cracking up because dad obviously likes scary clowns. So the kid's like 3 years old. The dad's holding the kid. The kid is like, like freaking out, can't breathe. There's a snot coming out of her nose. She's like, the dad is laughing. I'm now hysterically laughing. Mind you, I can't move my mouth, so I'm laughing underneath my mask. So it's probably even more creepier for this little kid. She starts crying but can't talk, and now I'm screaming at the dad going, you need to keep walking because this girl's gonna need therapy now. Poor little girl was so freaked out, but it was rad. So all night long, I wouldn't allow anyone to get candy unless they said trick or treat, and I would honk the horn in their face. I had one little girl was super cute. She came and jumped on my lap. And she looked at me right in the face. She's like, I'm not scared of you. And I was like, you could have all the candy. And I gave her all the candy. It was super rad. I had a bunch of people taking pictures with me. But I really like dressing up or doing really fucked up makeup and making people really squirm. I really find a lot of joy and pleasure in that. Jeez. Life is too short to have to worry about dumb stuff, honestly. It's just too short. If I was going to tell a girl that's trying to do her career, boys are stupid. Don't fuck with boys. Work on your career and to then fuck with boys later. Because they just can really just suck the fucking life out of you. And then it's hard to find a good one after all that nonsense. And for some reason, I guess, well, I mean, not just girls. A lot of people want to find that with somebody. And sometimes their career can get a little muddy because of that. I guess say women, because I've met more women than men that think that way. But like, just shit will happen when it happens. Just like focus on yourself. Everything else will fall in its place somehow. It's like the only best advice I can give anyone. Because I don't want to pay attention to any of my own advice. Oh, terrible.
I'm a stranger, yeah. I just float in your town. I'm a stranger, yeah. I just float in your town. Just because I'm a stranger, the people wanna dog me